Hi everyone, this is Susie. So today we're going to be making some crispy tacos with rajas and sour cream and cheese. And these are the ingredients we'll be using. So we need some corn tortillas and we need some poblano peppers, some garlic, a little bit of onion, some queso fresco. I will leave the link for the recipe on that, and some tofutti sour cream or some homemade sour cream of your choice, any vegan sour cream of your choice. And then we're going to be serving that with some lettuce and also some salsa. These are the ingredients for the salsa, which is tomato, onion, jalapeños, the ones that come in the vinegar, salt, and dry oregano. Or if you don't want to make your own, you can always just use some store-bought salsa or hot sauce. That is also an option for you. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I am just going to roast these poblanos. You can do it on your stovetop, you can do it on your grill, or you can do it in the oven, okay? So you just turn them until they become black, and I'll be back. Okay, so now we're going to make the salsa, and I'm just going to make a small portion of it because I do have the store-bought one. So, but you can always double it or triple the amount, okay? So I have one tomato that I chopped roughly, and then I have a small piece of onion. You don't want too much onion, you just want a little bit to give it flavor. And then a little bit of salt and some jalapeños like the ones that you put on your nachos. So you just, this is according to your taste, depending on how spicy you like it. That's the amount of chiles you put in there, okay? So that's about 3, we'll do 4. And I'm just going to blend this up, okay, until smooth. Okay, so now that it's blended, you can just pour it into your container. And at this time is when I like to add the oregano. This is dry Mexican oregano. You just want a little bit of it because it's pretty strong. So I just like to mash it between my hands or fingers, add to it. You can always add more, so start a little bit at a time and then go from there, because if you add too much, I think it just becomes bitter. So just give that a quick mix and it's ready to go. And this is the same salsa that I use for all my recipes for enchiladas, tostadas, tacos. Usually this is like my go-to salsa because you don't have to cook anything. It's really simple, really easy, and pretty flavorful. Okay, so I'll be back. So here are the roasted poblanos, and I usually don't cover them anymore because I noticed that when I did, they tend to wilt. So it just seems like you steam them and they overcook and they just wilt, so they don't stay like as crisp, you know what I'm saying? So, but if you do want them to steam up, then so that we don't create more waste, instead of adding plastic to it, you just can cover it up like this, and that way it'll steam a little bit and it'll be easier to peel once you're done. And always remember to put gloves on to peel them because sometimes they are pretty spicy and you don't want your hands to be burning afterwards, okay? So I'm just gonna open them up and let them cool for a little bit. I'll peel them, I'll slice them up, and I'll be back. Okay, so now at this point that I have my chiles right here, you could do a couple things. You could add a little bit of water or oil and saute the chiles, and then just add the sour cream and the cheese, and then it's ready to go. Or you can do it, you know, a little bit different. You can add some of the onion and garlic to give it a little bit more flavor, which is what I'm going to do right now. So because I'm going to be using a little bit of oil for the tacos when I actually like fry them or make them crispy, I'm going to be using water to saute. So you can just add a little bit of water and then you add your chiles. And this is probably about like 3 cups maybe or so of the chiles. And you can add some salt to taste, some black pepper. Oh, I should have added the the onion and the garlic first. I forgot. Okay, so we'll just add it here. It doesn't matter. it doesn't really make a difference. At least it doesn't to me. So I have 2 large cloves of garlic, and then I have maybe about half a cup or so of white onion, but you can use any onion. You can use red onion, or even green onions would be good. And then we're just going to saute this for a few minutes. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, while this is cooking, I'm also heating up my comal so that I can warm up my tortillas so that I'll be able to fold them in half. And then I'm also preheating my oven to 400 degrees because I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to try to make them crispy in the oven without any oil. And then I'm going to brush up another one with oil, or maybe a couple with oil. And then you can also shallow fry them. I think that's how you say it. You put a little bit of oil on your pan, and then you just put your taco and you just flip it over to make it until it's crispy. So you have those 3 options. If you still cook with oil, you can do it like that. If you don't cook with oil, then you can just try to make them crispy in the oven. Okay, so we'll give that a try. Okay, so it's been about 5 or 6 minutes that this has been cooking, and this is pretty good enough for me. So I'm just going to turn this off, and I'm going to add the sour cream, the tofutti sour cream that I jazzed up. And at this point you can add, I don't like to add too much sour cream because then when you make your tacos you don't want it to be oozing out, especially if you're shallow frying them. So you just add a little bit at a time and see if it needs more, and then add more. And then also you can add your queso fresco right now like this, or you could just do it with the sour cream, and then you can just add your queso fresco on top of the taco when you're putting the lettuce and the salsa. Or you can do both. You can add a little bit here just so that it has some in the filling, and then you could leave some on the side for when you serve them. Okay, so we're just going to mix this in. Oh my goodness. And you could just eat this just like it is right now, or you can add it to sopes, or you can add it to a burrito as a filling. That would be great. I think I'm going to add a little bit more sour cream. Oh my goodness, this looks so yummy. Okay, so now we're going to take our tortilla, and you're just going to put a little bit of the filling. Oops, that's too much. A little bit of the filling, fold it in half, and keep going. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to put my tacos here so that I can put them in the oven. And I'm going to put the ones with oil on this side so that it doesn't mess this up, and then the dry ones on this side, okay? And just a little tip for you, so your tacos don't open up if you're having trouble closing them down. You can just put a toothpick through them. That way it'll be easy to handle. Just make sure you take them out before you serve them, of course. So you can just do that, just like that. And that way they'll probably be easier to flip over. You don't have, the filling all over the place. And the other one didn't come out. The toothpick did not want to come out. Okay, so we're just going to leave that there. And then on this one, let me see if you can see, yeah. Okay, on this one, so that we don't add that much oil, but it will help it make it crispy. I just like to brush it with a little bit of oil. I have done this in the past, I think with tacos and sopes. I think I've showed you guys that I just brush it with a little bit of the oil. That way they brown really nicely, and you're using a little bit of oil, but you're not like deep frying them, so the amount of oil that you are eating is a lot less. Okay, so now we are going to put these in the oven, and I'll be right back. So it's been about 7 minutes, and now I'm just going to flip them over and probably do, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 minutes on the other side. Okay, you guys, so here they are. This is the one with the oil, and this is the one without it. They're still pretty crispy, you can see. So let's give them a try. Okay, so now you can add your lettuce. Stuff it in there. Oops. And then you can add a little bit more sour cream. If you really like sour cream, you can just add extra sour cream. And then some of the salsa that we made. And then you can top it off with a little bit extra cheese. If you don't have queso fresco, you can always probably just use any type of like shredded vegan cheese that you like, and then just add it at this time. Instead of probably adding it to the rajas, you would just add it at this time, like the shredded cheese, if you want that cheese flavor, okay? But you don't have to. So here we go. Oh my goodness, I haven't had these in a long time. And the other day I was thinking, I was like, I haven't made tacos de rajas in the longest time ever. I don't think since I've been vegan. Not that I remember. Anyways, okay. So there they are. Ooh, they're hot. Oh, just like I remember them. Oh, it's hot. Hot. So good. So, let's dig into this one. Oh yeah. It's still really crispy and crunchy even though it doesn't have any oil. So this is perfect if you are on an oil-free diet. You can still get that crunch without the oil. So, yay! We did it! So I think that's it. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Have a great day. Bye.